first day of class. It was actually kind of interesting. Um, Everybody seems really nice. Everybody in my class is a transplant. So we're all coming from different places, but we're all new. So that gives us one thing that we have in common. So I'm walking back to my car now. I tried to be more vocal, like in class and stuff, but that's always hard when you're shy. But it's really cool out here. That's one thing I get Chicago. See behind me? The people walking to the side of me. The views are nice. That's always a plus. But yeah, I'm gonna put this down so I can pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm walking to a girl that's in my class. Or that was in my class. I'm leaving school, so I'm leaving the parking deck. At some point here, I'm going to have to figure out the bus system because paying this little $16 every time to leave the garage is a lot. Or it's going to end up being a lot. So I actually sometimes, depending on like how long you're here, it can be about $20. So we did the math on that. What is that? I come to class 4 times a week. $20, that's 80. And then this is not safe. Okay, y'all. So I had a decent first day of school, whatever, and I was like, let me go to the store and I'm gonna make myself like, something to eat or whatever, something nice. So I'm buying all this stuff, getting excited and hype, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna come home and just set up shop. Where I live, I park behind the building in those garages right there. I can't get to them because there's this huge moving truck blocking the alley. What to do? So you saw me earlier trying to drive and record at the same time, which clearly I am not apt to do with the equipment that I currently have. So completely dangerous. And I'm not gonna do that anymore until I get like one of those things to go on my windshield that can hold my camera, because I'm really just using like this tripod thing. And I thought I could sit it up like in the I guess the middle part between the 2 front seats, but that just wasn't gonna happen. My phone is too heavy to be held up while I'm turning corners and things like that. And it's just not safe trying to figure that out, and the roads and people who are walking in the street, jaywalking in the street. But yeah, so I was basically talking about how I'm gonna have to try to figure out this whole public transportation thing, I guess, because I really don't want to pay $16 to $20 a day, 4 days a week for 8 weeks. So, we did the math on that. Like I was saying, it'd be like $20 times 4 is $80 times $80 times 4 weeks is like $320 for a month of parking times 2, because I'll be here for 2 months in terms of going to school and parking and paying for parking. That's $640. So that's like, a lot of money. It's money could be in my pocket. I'm already paying to park at my apartment, which is ridiculous enough. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out this whole transportation thing. But today was my first day of class, and the professor seem really cool. Like, they're trying to be understanding, and they realize the situation that all of us Argosy students are in and having to move and uproot our lives. And it's just really been a whirlwind of changes that have happened so quickly within the last, month or 2 months at this point, because we closed on March 8th, and then here it is, May 8th, starting classes and stuff. So a lot has happened within 2 months. Not knowing if we were going to be in school, not knowing if we were going to be able to keep our credits, to not knowing what school we were going to be in, if there was this agreement between the school, finding out there was an agreement, trying to figure out, what campus we would go to, learning that different campuses had different requirements, trying to understand whether or not we'd be required to do more, depending on what year we were in, and then just kind of trying to get settled. So it's been a lot, to say the least. But the professors seem cool. It's summer classes, so by the end of June, I'll be done, before you know it. So I'm not really super stressed. I think school is something that I've known how to do for the majority of my life, because it's what I've been doing for years at this point. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited to see where things go and how things go. Yeah. It's really weird though. It feels like the first day of school. You know what I mean? Like when you first start and everybody's having to introduce themselves and saying, I hate to say it, but saying stupid stuff like, what's a fun fact about you? I don't know. Like, I'm too old to have a fun fact. Like, I don't have a fun fact. I moved to Chicago 4 days ago. That's my fun fact. Okay. I uprooted my life. I left my house that I pay mortgage on to move to Chicago to pay rent and to pay the park. Yep. That's my fun fact. Thought I was finished with my last two classes. I would be finished at this point with my last two classes. And here I am starting them over. That's my fun fact. I mean, not to be snarky, but it's like, I don't have a fun fact. I don't know, to think about it, like, what would be my fun fact? I don't really do a lot of fun stuff. I fake play the cello. Like, I'm trying to learn how to play the cello, which I have to admit, I haven't broken out yet. And I'm wondering how my neighbors are going to take that. They probably won't say anything. I feel like people are generally pretty scared to say something unless it's completely obnoxious. But soon here, I need to break that cello out and start practicing, because I'm gonna lose little skills that I did gain. But yeah, maybe that's something I could do, find a place to go play cello. We'll see. But yeah, I do recognize that some of the students in my class they're on it. Not saying that I usually am not, but I'm so laid back, and I guess that works in my favor because people, there's nothing intimidating about me, maybe, or either they feel like I'm less likely to say no. But we have a group project that we have to do, or like get in pairs, and this girl like approached me coming out of the bathroom and was like, hey, do you have somebody? And I was like, no. So she's like, you want to pair up? So I'm like, yeah. So we exchanged numbers or whatever so that we could do this little project. But I'm like, wow, they just told us about the project like 15 minutes ago, and you already, getting a group member, planning on when we're gonna take it. Because she was like, oh, so you have a Thursday class too? So I'm like, yeah, I do, another building. She was like, me too. That way we could just meet up after class and work on it. I mean, she's already planned like when we're gonna work on it, the day, the time. She got her partner, me. Like, she's on it, which is great, because I'm hoping when it comes to this partnership, she will also be on whatever her workload is. I think that's a good thing about being in grad school. You find more people that are with it and on it and about doing their job than you do in undergrad or in high school. So group work isn't as bad. It has been bad at some points in grad school, but so far not the case here, so that's good. So I'm looking forward to kind of getting started with everything so that it can just get over. I feel like the majority of my life, again, has been for these last 6 months has been, like, let me rush through this, let me get this started so that I can get it over with and get to the next thing. But I'm starting to wonder, like, I'm trying to rush to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, there's no living happening in the midst of me just trying to complete a goal and get to the next one, which is a bit scary. Because when I do achieve the ultimate goal, am I even gonna know how to not be so task oriented? I'm not sure, but we'll see. Hopefully I can break that mold and start doing some more stuff. But yeah, I'll be back at you people with more things that happen, letting you know my little journeys around Chicago and the things that I'm getting into, which I'm concerned won't be much of anything as I'm such an introvert. And I'm also worried that starting this vlog is setting myself up to feel like I have to do things to keep this little video thing interesting. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But right now I'm just probably gonna call it a day and like relax while I still have the time to do that before things get really serious. Because when you're in a summer semester, you're starting school and then the next week or two you have things due, like major projects and papers due, because there is absolutely no time to slowly morph into doing work. It's all like, let's just make it happen right now because we're at midterms already because it's only three weeks in. So let me just kind of sit back and enjoy my time while I can. But I'll be back at you guys later.